It had taken 2 years to locate the black box of Air France Flight 447, 2.5 miles down, among the wreckage scattered across an underwater mountain range. Amazingly, the black box still functioned perfectly, and its readings of the last moments of the flight were crucial to the crash inquiry.
Only a crew extremely determined and having clearly and well understood the situation could have attempted to return the plane to its flight path. In this event, the crew had a full loss of control of the plane.
AF 447 was on a scheduled flight from Galeão Airport in Rio de Janeiro to Paris Charles de Gaulle. The Airbus took off late in the evening of June 1st, 2009, with 216 passengers and 12 crew on board. Just after midnight on June 2nd and 2.5 hours into the flight, the Air France Airbus plunged into the South Atlantic. The black box readings showed that a combination of pilot error and technical malfunction brought down the Airbus. Speed sensors on the aircraft froze up, the autopilot disengaged, and faulty readings on the flight deck caused a fatal stall. Flight 477 fell out of the sky.
I think there's some fair concern to be raised about how the crew communicated at the beginning of the crisis and even after the pilot re-entered the cockpit, that there was not a clear chain of command, there wasn't cooperative decision making, no one diagnosed the problem. And, unfortunately, the crew is going to take some severe criticism for that.
But for the families of those who died, it's still not over.
It's been 3 years, and now, probably for the first time, we have an official and relatively clear indication of what actually happened, what caused the accident. And it's not in and of itself sufficient for people to move on and to find closure, as they say, but it's certainly an important step.
This was not just a civil aviation accident, it was a national tragedy. It was the worst disaster for the flag carrier Air France in its 75-year history, and it involved the French-built Airbus A-330. The fact that pilot error was at least partly responsible for the accident will do little to encourage a sense of closure among the relatives of the passengers and crew who perished that night. Peter Sharp, Al Jazeera, in Paris.